to Esau. Esau knows everything. So let's ask Esau. Because Google belongs to Esau, right? 1,000 sterilized. Right? We will ask Esau. Let's continue reading here. He say, in 1973, Hermosillo, an immigrant from Mexico, okay, worked a small catering business at home while her husband bartended and unloaded appliances at a department store. In November of that year, the 24-year-old went to a hospital for an emergency cesarean section to give birth to her third child. So she went to what? An emergency room, in ER, okay? Emergency cesarean section to give birth to her third son. So Esau is concerned with that. Esau say, man, this so-called Mexican or this Mexican, oh my goodness, this Latino having too much baby. We only have one baby. Look, she got 3. Imagine all of them, they got 3. They'll overcome us. We don't want that. Okay, and that's what the Egyptians were dealing with, like with our forefather back in those days. Okay, let's read it. He said, the baby will be her last. Watch this. The baby will be her last. Watch. He said, Hermosillo was sterilized without informed consent. There we go. Let me highlight it. You see, that's Esau. They're wicked. Very cunning. Okay. You see that? You see that? There we go. There we go right here. There we go, as you can see on your screen. You see that? Okay. Let's read it. He said, Hermosillo was sterilized without informed consent at the Los Angeles County University of Southern California Medical Center. You better sign or your baby is going to die, she said, a nurse told her. You see that? You see that? There we go. There we go. Let me watch this. Let me highlight it. We're telling you, man, you trust in this system is your destruction. There we go. You have it. You can read it. You can read it on your own. Okay? You can read it. You see that? Okay? You better sign. Imagine, first and foremost, that's disrespectful. You better sign. Why would you talk to the sister like that? Who are you? But Esau, they're proud. And those that work for them, maybe that's another northern kingdom. Maybe it's another kingdom being a nurse in that place. Maybe it's a Judah. Maybe it's Benjamin. Maybe it's Levi. Maybe it's a heathen. Only the Most High know who was that nurse. Right? He said, you better sign or your baby is going to die, she said. She said a nurse told her. Okay? Let's continue reading. He said her signature is scribbled on a form allowing the procedure, but she does not remember signing it. She does not even remember signing any document because she was probably already drugged up. Because when they want to do your cesarean things, you already drugged up. They bring you a paper, you just write there, you all numb. You don't know what's going on. You look like all jacked up. And then you just go ahead and you just sign it. Though your eyes be open, you don't know what's going on. You look like you all jacked up. You know, you just go ahead, you say, yeah, okay, I'll sign. And then, because you're under the effect of what? Drugs. They have numbed your body, your mind, your nerves. So you don't have the ability to think, to process thought. You can't do that. You see? So Esau numb you first, then he bring what? The poison to you. He asks you sign it. Sign it, and you sign it. And that's what happened to the signature. He said her signature is scribbled on the form allowing the procedure. But she does not remember signing, saying she was medicated. I told you. I didn't read this article. Okay? Early today, Naomi was reading this article with me, right? While I was driving. She was reading, I was just hearing, right? And I was bringing the precept, right? So now watch this. There we go right now. It's right there. You see that? That's what happened. Who? To Israel. He said, well, she did not. He said, well, her signature is scribbled on the form allowing the procedure. So the Chinese, they're correct. You see, you kill one of our people. Let's go right here. Let's go to Zechariah, man. Let's go in the book of Zechariah quick. Let's go to Zechariah. Right. We're going to go to Zechariah chapter 11. We'll read verses 5. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verses 5. Let's read from verse 4. That said the Lord Yahweh, my power, who said that the Most High see. So we don't care how you feel. We don't care how your mama feel, your daddy, your pastor, the president, how the Pharaoh feel, Nebuchadnezzar. We don't care. Okay? That said the Most High. Listen carefully. Pay attention. Okay? That said the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter. You see that? Who are being slaughtered? Who are being sterilized, right? Without knowing. Who's being medicated, drugged up, so that they can destroy it, they can block it from having child, a baby. You see that? Who? Israel. So that's why we call on the brother and the sister. If the Most High bless you with the ability to understand the Bible, go out there on the street, on the highway, on the byway. Whatsoever you want to use, whatsoever platform, make sure you're righteous, you line up. Make sure you're keeping the law, the commandment of the Most High. And stop giving rebuke to the people. Give understanding to your people, to your brother and to your sister. Let them know they're going off, they're launching. They're sinning against the Most High, and that will bring them war, death. That's why we're catching hell on the earth. That's why we're being oppressed. And we don't even understand. The East don't understand. These Chinese, they don't understand. Chinese, Arab, they know who are the enemy. They understand. The East Indian, they've been protesting against Esau for the past 6 months or 3 months. The past 3 months or 4 months, since November, they have been protesting against Esau, against Monsanto, against Bill Gates. They've been protesting against America, against the power that be, trying to plague them, to poison the land, the food, to take away nature, to take away natural food. What did they do? They'll be protesting. They'll be fighting, voicing. They'll be raising their voice. Us, we have no clue. You see that? Let's read it. He said, that said the Lord Yahweh, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter. Whose possessor, who possesses us today? Esau, Edom, the eagle. The eagle who possesses the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian today. Who possesses us? Esau, Edom. The eagle. Okay? Those that you call today Caucasian. Those that told you got to wear suit and tie, bow. Those that told you that you were black, you African American, you Nigerian, you Beninese, you Brazilian, you Mexican. Hey, there we go. You have it. Okay, what they're doing to the sister, to the Mexican sister in 1973. 1973. That not only that sister. We will read the article. Right? Right? It said, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Esau never hold themselves. You see the police? The police, they'll kill a so-called black or a brother or a sister. Guess what? What do they say? They say, we fear for our life. We were just protecting. I was just defending. I got my family. Guess what? How about the brother that you kill? How about the brother that you kill? He ain't got no family. He ain't got no brother. He ain't got no wife. Right? Only them. Only them. Only their life is very, very important. But the life of the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native ain't mean nothing unto Esau. Ain't mean nothing. The rest is all joke. The rest is all, I don't know if you ever see a duck. If you ever seen a duck, right? A duck. What you do, get a water, okay? If your duck is right near you, get a water in the bucket and dump it on your duck and see what happens. Dump it on your duck. If you have that beautiful bird called the duck, D-U-C-K, listen, if you got in your house, listen, get some water in the bucket and dump it on her back and see what happens. The water does not say. Why? Because the feather of the duck is so oily. That's how the Most High created them. What am I trying? Why am I using Proverbs? Why am I going to this proverb? Why am I using it? It's just to tell you everything you see this hidden doing toward our people. They're making you feel good. They're patting you on your back. They be, baby, oh yeah, yeah. And then you fall asleep. Then they come boom and they stab you. That's what. So all those show or movie that Esau is making to put our people to sleep, to me, is like pouring a water on the back of a duck. It's never stay. I've seen it since I was a kid. Unless the duck literally go into the water and stay under the water and bath maybe for 10 or 15 minutes in the water, then you see all her feather be wet. But you take a water and you dump it on the duck won't get wet. You do that to a chicken, she get wet. You understand? So it's all fake game. They're patting you here, they come making you, oh baby, you looking good, baby, I love you. Listen, you fall for that, is your problem. That's what did Peter say? First Peter, when we go 1 Peter chapter 5, verses 8 through 9. Stay sober, for thy adversary, the lion, he's roaring around as a lion, seeking whom he may devour. So this sister, she was devoured in the 1973. He said, "That said the Lord Yahweh, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter." That's what we're doing. And that's why we ask all the brother on the common ball, all the brother, all the kings, all the malak, all the sister, all the akoti, the aqua, we ask you, share this video with your, all your page, your friends, share it. Because we want this word to come out there. We want it to go further. We want to push more for the truth. So that those that claim that they have not heard of the truth, they will be without excuse. So they will be without excuses. So share it on your Facebook page, Twitter, Facebook, whatsoever you got, YouTube, share it. So we can push for the word of the Most High, the gospel, the good news unto our people. We got to feed the flocks. Okay? We the slaughter one. He said, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Esau never guilty. They can kill. They drop bombs on the Japanese, Nagasaki, Hiroshima. They will never get guilty. Now, you see in the news today, those two boys from, I don't remember, Uzbekistan or Iza. I think it's Uzbekistan, one of those countries, okay? Bordering Russia, they sometimes, most of them, they're Muslim, thing like that. They follow, Islam, thing like that. Remember, there were some marathon, Boston bombing thing, right? That happened maybe 6 years ago or 7 years, maybe a little bit less than that, maybe longer. I remember that. And so there was a bombing, right? Where they say they have explosive, blah, 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 all these. Listen, this boy that's been accused, this boy been in jail for all this time, right? Guess what? Esau say, listen, probably they're looking to giving them what? Death sentence, death penalty to this boy. They're going to give them death penalty, death sentence. Now, the Edomite that went to the Chinese store or to the Asian store in Georgia, Atlanta, right, and killed 8 Asians, okay, what sentence are they going to give him? Are they going to give him death sentence or he just had a bad day? Baby, my baby is a good boy. He's a Christian. That's what they say. He's a Christian. All praise to the Most High. And I think the Most High that he wake Israel out. He's waking us from Christianity. I thank the Most High. Blessed be the Most High, man. Let's give some hand to the Most High, Yahweh, forever and ever. Amen. Hallelujah. Barakata Yahweh. That boy, that Edomite, Aaron, Roger, or whatsoever his name is, that slaughter, he went and killed 8 Asians because he was not sanctified when he went to do that thing that he did with them. When he went and commit adultery or fornication or whoredom with them, he was not sanctified. They didn't satisfy him. The Asian woman didn't satisfy him. So he felt like, okay, you know what? This is a scam. He said they took his money. So he get mad. He went over there. He killed 8 of them. Are they going to give him death sentence? Because Esau, he never forgive. Esau does not forgive. But he wants you to forgive him. Okay? He wants you to forgive him. They say that supposedly Bin Laden attacked the World Trade Center, supposedly, okay? The inside job, right? And then what happened? And don't call me conspiracy theorist, okay? Keep that in mind. And then they launched and went to Afghanistan. So when they went to Afghanistan and Iraq and started bombing the people over there, killing the people, bombing the people, killing the people, they have not forgotten. They see bombing. They see in Iraq and Afghanistan. They don't forget. When you do latent to them, they do not. But they want you to forget about it. Oh, that happened. Slavery is old now. Get over with it. Oh, my goodness. Your black people need to get over with it. Oh, come on, man. We give you blah, blah, blah. We give you job. We give you social services. We give you social security. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all need to get over with it. Esau, listen, you never get over it. He remember everything. How do we know? When you go in the book of Genesis chapter 25, he literally saw his birthright, knowing that he is on the point to die because he thought that the servant of Nimrod, they're going to follow him to his house and kill him. That's what he thought. So he saw his birthright. And then a couple of years later on, then he get mad at his brother, saying that he supplanted him 2 times. Then the blessing, the Mosai didn't have a blessing for him. So the Mosai had the blessing for Jacob. Guess what? In his mind, he said, you know what? I'm going to kill my brother. He said, the day of the money of my father is at hand. Then should I kill my brother? You see that? That hatred was there from the beginning. So it's nothing you can do. You're in a Christian church, you don't understand. You so-called black, Latino, and native, you need to wake the hell up. Otherwise, you're going to continue to catch hell in this kingdom. You're going to catch hell till you be destroyed fully. Wake the hell up and understand that these people that were meant to do evil on the earth, is nothing you can do to change them. Okay? Don't you see they sterilize our sister without her formal consent, without her consent, while she's being what? Drugged up. Medicated. They give her medication. What type of medication? Drugs, I guarantee you. So what's going on? Why can't you understand and know who you are? Ye so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian, when are you going to wake up? When? When are you going to wake out of your sleep? You be at ease in Babylon the Great. You be at ease. You see this? That's why this thing is happening. You see this thing? That's why we've been killed slowly and not knowing. We don't even notice it. You see that? Let's read it. He said, her signature is scribbled on the form allowing the procedure, but she does not, right? He said she does not remember signing, saying she was medicated, she was drugged up. Watch, you read this. He said, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherd pity them not. Our own people, they don't pity us. Those that you tell, oh, I love them, oh, he's my figure, he's my blah, blah, blah. Listen, they don't pity you, because if they do pity you, guess what? They'll call tie with Esau. They say, Esau, we ain't into this thing because you're oppressing our people. You killing our people every day. We can't deal with this thing now. We had enough now. Enough is enough of this garbage. We had enough. Leave us alone. Right? But guess what? You got a lot of wicked of our people. The coons, they love money. They'll take money and they kill their own brother. They'll take the money to go against their own nation. Just for the money. Just for the belly and the beast. Okay? She didn't know she was sterilized until a doctor's appointment later. You see that? There we go. Because she was what? Drugged up. They call it, they don't use the word drug. You see, Esau is cunning. Okay? Watch this. I'll tell you, man. If you sleep, they will not use the word drugged up. Because they know if they use it, it can bring them to lawsuit. Things happen to them. So what did they use? Medicated. You see the word? They say, we just put her on medication. Okay? They say, we just put her on medication. They say, that's how Esau play. Esau is cunning. He loves semantics. He play with words. Instead of saying that the sister was drugged up, they say, no, she was medicated. Saying she was medicated. There we go. She was drugged up. It's a drug. Okay? What type of medication is that? She did not know she was sterilized until a doctor appointment. So they give her methamphetamine or mixed with some chemical, some weakness, and then, hey, boom. Today when you do it, normally you go to the jail. But when they do it to you, they don't go to the jail because it's legal. When the government drug you up, it's legal. Okay, you understand? That's why we tell you that politics is an organized crime. Whether you believe or not, politics is an organized crime, organized gangster and organized crime. Okay? That's politics. That's the definition of politics. Politics, it doesn't matter the country. In America, in Africa, in Europe, in Asia, China, is an organized gangster, organized crime, politics, point blank, period. Okay? Don't tell me you leftists, rightists, you Democrats, centrists is your problem. You believe that is your problem. I don't believe that. Okay, that's Caesar. How Shama said, give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, unto the Most High what belongs to the Most High. I'm just quoting. Get the point. Let's read it. He said, she did not know she was sterilized until a doctor appointment later when she asked for birth control. So this sister, she was asking for birth control to control so that she does not get pregnant. Guess what? They're going to give her the news now. So when the government use drug on you, it's legal. It's legal. Now when you use it, it's illegal. You understand? Because, listen, the power there be. That's why we tell you, repent and keep the commandment. Then you do well. Okay? Let's read it now. Okay? When she asked for birth control, a whistleblower, all right? A whistleblower. There we go. Probably somebody the Most High moved the spirit. A whistleblower. You see the word right there. Whistleblower. See, he revealed the secret. He exposed the nakedness of Esau, Edom. Let's see. A whistleblower resident, a resident physician later let go by the hospital, leak that the practice occur on many women. Whoa! A whistleblower. He exposed the nakedness of Babylon. What did the Chinese say they're doing? The Chinese say they're killing black people. Latino and Native Indian. There we go right here. A whistleblower. Somebody the Most High moved the spirit. Because it's not the will of the person to do it. It's the will of the Most High. Understand that. The person is not mighty just to do it. It's the Most High moved the spirit upon this physician to leak. He said this thing, this sterilization or non-sterilization, it said happen on many women. Mainly who? Black women and Latino women and Native Indian women. That's why we tell the sister, learn how to give birth naturally as our foremother used to do. Learn it and help your sister. I've seen people give birth, listen, in their houses in Africa. I've seen it nicely with no issue. With no issue. We got to learn. Our heritage was not to go to hospital. Okay, our heritage back in those days, our foremother, they knew everything. Today, our mother, they don't know anything. And this is not to bash our mother. Why? Because they want to follow the way of the heathen. So what happened? They lost the heritage. Let's go over there. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah 17 and 4. Let's go to Jeremiah 17 and 4. Let's bring it out. Everything must be established on 2 or 3 witnesses. Okay. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 17, and let's read it in verses 4. It says, and thou, even thyself, who? The Israelite, the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native Indian. Mainly it was Judah at this time. It said, and thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee. What does it mean? We're going to lose everything that we used to have, we used to do, our culture, our language, the way we eat, the way we dress up. Okay, we're going to lose our God. We're going to lose everything that we have. Understand that? Right? Okay. It said, even thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and will cause thee to serve thine enemy. Who are we serving today? I thought we were serving our friend. According to you, pastor out there, you liar, the deceiver, the wicked of our people, the coon of our people, I thought we were just serving God. Who are we serving? Our enemy. I thought we were serving our friend. Let's read it. And I will cause thee, who caused us? The Most High. Why? Because sin was found among us. Iniquity, weakness. We've been proud, cocky, doing evil 24/7. Wicked people, wicked nation. Abortion. Okay? Birth control. Instead of praying to the Most High and holding our body righteous. Sometimes you can abstain from sex. You don't need to have sex all the time. We know the Most High say, marriage is honorable and the bed undefiled. That means whatsoever you do with your wife in your room, we understand. Okay, but guess what? Don't you understand sometimes you can take a break? Focus, read the Bible, do some other stuff. Okay? You can do other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Not all the time you gotta, because you're strong, you a macho man. No, man, cut it out. Sometimes stay spiritual, buddy. You gotta stay spiritual. Okay? I do a lot of time. You understand what I'm saying? It's not because you this, it's not because you got that much flour, you gotta cook 25 pounds of fufu. It's not because you got, 100, thousands of pounds of flour, then you gotta make how many? 600 loaves of bread. No. Okay? You gotta learn to control your body. Okay? You gotta learn to control your lust. That's a lust that you got to manage. You got to manage it. And this, I'm not only talking to the brother. I'm talking to the sister as well. You understand? You got to learn to stay spiritual. You got to control your body. Not always. No. Or if that's what you want to do, pray unto the Most High. That the Most High does it for you naturally. So that you don't get pregnant. If you don't want no child. Right? See, say, he said, I will cause thee to serve thine enemy in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger. What did we do? We kindled a fire in, we shall burn forever. And that fire is burning right now. It's burning right now. That's why we're catching hell right now. That's why the so-called blacks, Latino, Native Indian, that's why we're catching hell right now. We're catching hell on earth. Okay? Let's continue. He said, a whistleblower, a resident physician, later let go by the hospital. Okay, so that physician, they let him go. He exposed everything. Leaked that the practice occurred on many women. Woo! He said, Hermosillo became one of the 10 Mexican and Chicana, you see. So they did that to what? 10 Mexican and Chicana plaintiff in the landmark Madrigal versus Quilligan federal class action case. So they got a lawsuit against them. There we go. Which grabbed headline in the mid-1970s. The judge sided with Dr. Edward James Quilligan, and the woman lost. Watch it. They sided with who? With the wicked. So who? He said the judge. Esau. You see? That's why we tell you there's no justice in America, man. Let's go back right here, man. Let's go back in the book of Zechariah, man. I gotta stay on that precept. I gotta stay there, man. You see, that's what we're talking about. Because, like I told you, honestly, I didn't read this article. I did not read it. You know, Naomi read it for me while I was driving, right? She read it while I was on the phone or we were driving. Listen, I didn't read it. Now reading it, hey, it's cutting my spirit right now. Let's read it. It said, thou said the Lord of Yahweh, my Yahweh, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. So she killed the sister, right? Through all the wickedness that she's done to the sister was not aware. The Mexican sister was not aware. Issachar was not aware of that, right? However, when they went in the court, when they filed a lawsuit, guess what? The judge sided with what? With the doctor who did that. The judge sided with that is a spirit. You see? But the case inspired legislation passed in 1979 to abolish the practice in California, right? The Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors issued an apology in 2018 for the coerced sterilization, but the woman did not receive reparation money. You see, I told you, Esau, if it was them, if it was Edomite, if it was them, guess what? They'll receive reparation. They'll get reparation from whoever done that, from the government. They're going to get reparation. Shalom, 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 Akoti, shalom, Esther, shalom, man. Shalom, man. Louange à l'éternel Yahweh pour les siècles des siècles. Amen, hallelujah. He said, but the woman did not receive reparation money as victim did in other states. You see, as victim, they did receive reparation in other states. But in that state, California, right? He said what? No reparation. Such as Virginia and North Carolina. Here in Virginia, because I live right here in Virginia. I'm right here in Northern Virginia. I live right here in Northern Virginia. He said, they didn't receive reparation neither, right? He said, as far as justice, they never received that, said Virginia Espino, who documented the woman's story as co-producer of a film called No Mas Bebe. So which means no more baby in Spanish. No Mas Bebe. It just means no more baby in Spanish. You understand that? Right? Let's continue reading. This is the lady. You see this lady? Sterilized. Okay, Mexican sister. You see that? She was sterilized. You see that? Hey, that's it. So for you, man. Okay, he's a Espino, a professor at the University of California, Los Angeles, and an expert in reproductive injustice, said it is unclear how many women were sterilized. They don't even know. At the LAC USC Medical Center, Los Angeles, you know, Sumter County, right? The lawyer for the woman who brought the lawsuit estimated hundreds, is in plural. Many did not speak fluent English, you see, so Esau loved that. Once you don't speak good English, the police, they love it. No habla inglés, the police, they love it. That's why we tell you all Latino. The brother and the sister that are Latino, listen, when you come to this country, make sure you learn English. Cut out that Spanish. Cut it out first. You already got it. You can't lose it. Go learn English so that people don't abuse you. And guess what? The best info, the best knowledge, things today are written in English. They are not found in Spanish. Understand it? The best book, the top secret information are written in what? In English. And that's the main reason why we tell you, brother and sister, learn English. Cut out that Spanish thing. You already have it since you were born. You can't lose it. Understand it? You can't lose it. Go learn English so you don't get abused by the police, by the government, by the politician. They use a basic way and you have no clue. You don't even know what they're talking about. Maybe they're talking about they go kill you and you don't even understand. Because you're just looking right, you're just right there. Like a lamb led to the slaughter. Come on, wake up. Learn the language. And start being proud. Thinking that you speak Spanish, that good. Listen, don't you understand when you speak 2, 3 languages, that's a blessing? You got more opportunity. You'll be able to survive anywhere compared to most people that speak only 1 language. Don't you understand that? Come on, man. Cut that thing about hablar Espanol. No, man. You got to learn English. Because guess what? If you were in China, would you be speaking Spanish? No. You'll be speaking what? Chinese. If you were brought to France, would you be speaking French, Spanish or French? You got to learn French. Otherwise, you won't be able to survive in a society. The reason why you being proud because you got a lot of Latino around you. And that make you lazy. There are the Latino that make you lazy. And you go sit in your couch with your tortilla, your pupusa, and then you think that you're doing good. You ain't doing no good. Learn English. Understand that. Learn full English. Understand. Learn full English. Cut out that garbage. Okay? Love your own self. Love your own self. Learn English. You live in a language where they speak. Learn English. Because that will be what? Like a weapon in your hand, in your mind. Understand that? And cut out all this proud you speak Spanish, blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. I speak French too. You understand that? I speak French too. Even before I came to America, I already learned English. Okay? I already learned English before the Moses brought me to America. Before the Moses scattered me to America, understand that. I didn't just stay being here proud, said, I got a couple brothers that live in Chicago. I got some brothers that live in Miami. I got some brothers that live in New York. You know what? We be talking on the phone. We just gonna speak French. Oh my goodness. No, man. Learn English. That's why people are abusing you every day. That's why for a little ticket, you got to hire a lawyer. Why? Because you don't want to learn basic English. That's why the police pull you over, they take advantage. Because the police understand that you don't know English. Guess what? They'll cite you something you didn't do. And you don't understand, you take it, you got to go to the court. And you got to hire a lawyer. You got to pay $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. And then guess what? You end up being a loser still. Or you end up still going to the jail, even though you hire a lawyer. You see? Because you don't understand the system. And most of the Latino around you, they don't tell you that because they don't love you. Because they hate you. We love you. That's what we're telling you right now. Okay? So stop being proud thinking that you speak Spanish, you're good. You ain't no good, buddy. The Most High only is good. Only the Most High is good. And the commandment is good and just and beautiful and sweet as a honeycomb. So what you got to understand is this, that you're learning English, opening you a lot of gates. It opening you the gate that the police pull you over, they can't just lie on you, cite you, like give you a citation, oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you violated. No, you tell them, no, sir, I didn't do that. You bearing false witness. That's not right, sir. You lying, sir. Is that what you swear to do? Things like that. You'll be able to conversate. You'll be able to conversate with people. But if you don't do that, how can you conversate? People will always abuse you. They'll take advantage. Okay? Let's continue. He said, many didn't speak fluent English, you see, and did not understand from the sign. That's what I'm telling you. As long as you continue to live only in Spanish, you want to speak only Spanish, that's what's going to happen to you. This is what is going to happen to you every day.